Well, it's about time you come to see me, Blackie. Where have you been for the last 2 weeks?
Around, Mary.
Oh, I was afraid you were ill. I called your apartment several times, but no one answered.
I've been busy.
But it's so unlike you not to phone me or drop me a line. You aren't in trouble, are you?
No.
Well, let's go sit down and you can tell me what you've been doing.
I dropped in just for a minute, Mary.
That doesn't mean you can't sit down a minute.
I don't have the time.
Blackie, what's the matter?
I haven't seen you for the last 2 weeks, Mary, because I haven't wanted to see you.
Blackie.
I thought you'd take the hint, and I wouldn't have to do this.
Oh.
But you saw Shorty yesterday and asked for me, and so I thought I'd better end this once and for all.
But why? What have I done? I...
Nothing. Well, suppose you're a great girl, Mary. For somebody else. So long.
Blackie, what is this?
It's this. Open the window, Mary. What do you get?
Why, I get air.
That's just what I'm giving you, kid. And you don't have to bother about any window.
And now meet Richard Calmer's Boston Blackie. Enemy to those who make him an enemy, friend to those who have no friends.
Blackie, Oh, hello, Shorty.
Oh, hi, Miss Wesley. Blackie ain't home.
Oh, well, may I come in?
Oh, sure, Miss Wesley.
Thank you.
Gee, Miss Wesley, you sure are one beautiful dame.
Am I?
Uh-huh. What's the matter? You down about something?
Shorty, maybe you can help me.
Well, Miss Wesley, for you, I'd jump off the Brooklyn Bridge in my Sunday suit.
Oh, well, thanks, Shorty, but I don't want you to do anything like that. I just want you to tell me something.
Well, if I know what to tell, I sure will.
What's the matter with Blackie?
Oh, that.
Then you do know about it.
Well, not exactly, Miss Wesley. You see, I don't ask Blackie no questions about nothing.
But you do know that he's broken off with me.
Well, sure. You see, Blackie's a funny guy. He treats all the dames the same as he treats you. Nice and friendly like 1 minute, and then like an old pair of shoes the next.
Oh, Shorty, that's just not true.
No? Don't bet. Look, I know how he treats his dames. Blackie just gave you the same air he gives them all, Miss Wesley.
I see. Well, that's it then, huh?
Well, I sure wish it wasn't.
Thanks, Shorty, thanks. You needn't tell Blackie I was here. No, please do tell him. If there is anything behind all this that I ought to know, maybe he'll tell you.
Oh, certainly, I'll tell him.
No, better still, Shorty. I'll write him a note. Maybe that's the way. I'll use this telephone pad. Is that all right?
Sure.
Oh, wait a minute. What's this address on the pad? 11 Bailey Street.
Oh, that's someplace that Blackie wrote down to go to this afternoon.
That's a strange part of town for Blackie, Bailey Street.
Well, he said he was going there on business. Look, Miss Wesley, I don't know what this is all about, only I kind of hope you ain't sore at him. Don't mind him, huh, Miss Wesley?
He needs somebody to mind him, Shorty, and right now I'm going to mind his business.
Hey, Leach, will you quit shuffling those cards so much? You're giving the king of spades a shave. Let's play.
When I'm ready, I'm thinking.
What about?
What you ought to be thinking about, too, Bernie. Blasting our way into that vault downstairs. Cut.
We gotta think about Blackie first. Here's your cut, deal him.
I'm thinking about Blackie.
Look, Leach, if he stands in the way of our little job, why don't we just knock him off?
Why don't we just go out and commit suicide? Same thing, it'd be much quicker. Much quicker.
Well, we gotta stop him somehow. He knows what we're up to.
Let's just be glad Blackie isn't chums with the cops, so we'd have more to worry about. You want that card?
No. Gee, if he only had a dame he was sweet on, we could grab her and Blackie'd hop on his head if we said the word.
That's very smart, Bernie. Only Blackie doesn't have any girl. I took that car, Jack of Diamonds.
Yeah, okay. He had a dame.
But he doesn't have one. Get that through your noggin. I knocked with 8 points.
Hey, you're lucky enough to do this for a living. Yeah, you get 27.
You do.
Yeah. Hey, what's that?
Hold it. Come in.
Hello, boys.
Well, Boston Blackie.
I felt like slumming a little, so I thought I'd drop in and see how you boys are getting along.
Mighty white of you.
Let me lay one on this guy, Leach.
Sit down.
What's the matter, Bernie? Impatient to get at that bank vault downstairs?
Yeah.
What's stopping you?
Nothing. When we got you out of the way.
And just how are you going to get me out of the way?
We'll figure something.
Nothing that I can't figure first. Make one more move to crack open that vault, and I'll crack down on you.
Okay. We know you're smart. How about cutting you in, Blackie?
No, thanks. I see you have the floorboards removed. Are you sure you're directly over the vault?
We didn't move into this rat trap in an apartment because we like Bailey Street.
Cold water flat with plenty of cold cash on the floor below. Well, I hope you don't die of old age before you get what you moved in for.
Hey, Leach, I'm going in the kitchen. This guy gets me down.
Go ahead.
Well, Leach, you give up?
No,
You might as well. Why don't you go home and be a nice boy?
I don't pretend to be a nice boy.
You know you don't dare break into that vault downstairs as long as I'm around.
Look, we got an old plan. Right there in that hole in the floor is where we're going down into the bank. We come through right on top of the vault. A little well-placed nitro. Bingo, we're in. You're in, too. You say so.
Not a very subtle way to open a vault.
Vaults don't care if we're up here.
Leach, you're an amateur. You don't have any more right...
Look, that poke in the head killed him.
Bernie, what'd you do that for?
I just couldn't help it. I don't like anybody calling us names.
Knocking him out doesn't help us any.
I'm sorry, Leach. I just had a conquer.
Oh.
Anyway, he's coming too.
Wait. Hey, wait, I got an idea.
Yeah.
Tie him up, quick.
What?
Tie him up. Get that rope there.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Don't look so happy, Bernie. I'm not going to let you kill him.
What are we tying him up for, then?
I don't know why we didn't think of this before. The best place for Blackie while we knock off this bank is in jail.
How are we going to get him in jail?
Tie him up good and tight.
I got him so tight, if you pluck him, he'll twang. How's this going to get him in jail?
We're going to plant him where the cops can grab him. Go out and tell Joe to bring the car around back.
Hello, boys. Or am I supposed to say, where am I?
Try to get out of those ropes, Blackie, and you'll cut yourself in half.
Thanks for the warning, but maybe I'll like being twins.
Go tell Joe to bring the car around back.
Yeah, sure, Leach.
What's this going to be, a little joyride?
No, Blackie. We're going to a little candy store to buy a lollipop for an all-day sucker. And I do mean you. Turn left at the next traffic light. The candy store is down the Jefferson Pike, about a mile.
Lovely day for an automobile ride, isn't it?
Shut up, Blackie. Hey, Leach, what are we going to do at the candy store when we get there?
This guy who owns the candy store is a belligerent gent. He doesn't take things lying down. You and I are going into a store, stick him up. You're going to let him swing on you. You fall like he's knocked you out.
Yeah?
Then I'm going to let him have it with a blackjack.
What about Blackie here?
As soon as I've knocked out the man in the candy store, I'm calling the cops. You're going out to the car, slap Blackie with your blackjack, untie him, drag him into the store, knocked out. Then we're going to beat it.
Oh, hey, Leach, you're great. I get it. When the cops get there, they'll find Blackie knocked out, and the store people say he knocked him out.
You boys are brilliant. Remind me not to light the whole setup, will you?
Got a Bernie got a match?
Yeah, sure, somewhere.
Here, let me light your cigarette for you. Draw in.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Leach, look, Blackie's out of the ropes.
Don't move, Blackie. I got a gun on you.
So I see.
How'd you get out of those ropes?
I'll write you a letter and tell you about it.
Yeah? Well, what kind of tricks do you know how to get away from guns? I've got one on you, too.
Well, that will take some thought, I'm afraid, but it can be done.
Better tap him with your blackjack again, Bernie. He talks too much.
With pleasure,
Hey,
Leach.
now, wait a minute. I don't mind if...
Hey, he sure passes out pretty, don't he, Leach?
Hit him again in a few minutes, and hit him once more before we dump him in the candy store. I don't want this guy to wake up again until he's in jail.
Oh, Leach, I gotta hand it to you. The cop sure made a rush go to that candy store when you phoned and said Boston Blackie was in on a deal.
Yeah. Oh, did you see? Inspector Faraday was there himself. It's only an hour since Blackie came to call on us.
Hey, how long you think Faraday will keep Blackie in jail?
Well, from what I hear, Inspector Faraday would give Blackie a life sentence for breaking a shoelace. He'll keep him there long enough to suit us. Sam said he'd be up with our nitro this afternoon.
Oh, good. We'll be set to blast into the top of the vault tomorrow night then, huh?
Oh, easy.
Yeah. And I thought Blackie was going to be trouble. Yeah. Somebody at the door, Leach. Want me to go around the other door, see who it is?
No, what are you worrying about? It's Sam with the nitro. I'll let him in. Yeah, we're always on time, Sam. You're a good...
Hey, Leach, it's a dame.
Hello, I'm Mary Wesley. Is Boston Blackie here?
No, Blackie...
Shut up, Bernie. Come in, Miss Wesley.
Well,
What do you want with Blackie?
I just want to talk to him.
Hey, Leach, this is the dame Blackie said wasn't his
Shut
name.
up, Bernie. Sit down, Miss Wesley.
No, thank you. I just came to see Blackie.
What about?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I just got an idea, that's all. Maybe you and Blackie haven't busted like he said.
How do you know about that?
Because I think maybe the bust-up was phony, and for my benefit.
Well, I don't understand you at all.
Sit down, Miss Wesley.
No, thanks.
Sit
I'd
down.
rather not.
Sit down.
Yes, of course. As long as you insist.
That's better.
Hey, Leach, you thinking the same about this dame as I am?
Shut up.
Yeah, sure.
Miss Wesley, when did you last see Blackie?
Early this morning,
Where?
he came to my apartment
What for?
to tell me that he didn't want to see me again.
Before that, when did you last see him?
2 weeks ago. Why are you so interested?
It's my business.
I came here to see Blackie. If he isn't here, I'll go, if you don't mind.
But I do mind. Bernie?
Yeah.
Tired of the chair. Tie us and take it loose.
Don't worry, Leach, this dame ain't Boston Blackie.
No, you're hurting my... Let go of
Ain't
me.
that too thick?
Gagger.
Yeah, keep quiet.
Well, this is perfect. Blackie said we couldn't crack that vault downstairs as long as he was around to stop us, and he was right. But now where's Blackie?
In jail.
And if he gets out of jail, we got his girlfriend. Now what can Blackie do to stop us?
Hey, maybe you can talk Faraday into letting him go.
Oh, I doubt that. Even if he does and then tries to stop us, we'll do what we told him 2 weeks ago. We'll deliver his girlfriend to him, slightly dead. We're glad to have you with us, Miss Wesley. We're very glad indeed.
Back to Boston Blackie. For some reason then unknown to Mary, Blackie has told her that their friendship is at an end. Trying to find the answer to Blackie's strange actions, Mary has fallen into the hands of two men planning to rob the Bailey Street Bank and is now being held prisoner in an apartment just above the bank vault. Blackie, at the same time, is being held at police headquarters for a robbery into which the bank thieves have framed him in order to get him out of the way. As we return to our story, it's the next morning, and Shorty, who has heard through the underworld grapevine that Blackie is in jail, comes to see his friend.
Hiya, Blackie. Good morning.
Shorty, how did you find out Faraday was holding me?
I get ears, boss. And my friends talk a lot. I'd have been here last night if I'd known sooner.
If you've brought me a loaf of bread with a steel file inside it, I'll never speak to you again.
No, boss, not. But, I'll bring you some bad news.
Then go over there to the desk and give it to Faraday.
Look, this is real bad news, boss. Them two mugs in Bailey Street have got Miss Wesley.
Mary?
Yeah.
Well, how did they get hold of her, and why?
Oh, I don't know, Blackie. I guess it's all my fault. Miss Wesley came up to your apartment to talk to you and found the Bailey Street address you'd gone to. She went down there to see what you were up to.
Shorty, you shouldn't have let her do that. Now I'll have to get out of here. You wait around the corner for me. I won't be long.
Okay, boss.
Hey, Faraday. Faraday.
What do you want, Blackie?
You.
What's the matter, chum? You lonesome in there? Or do you want me to give you my keys?
What keys?
These in my coat pocket right here. This may be just a temporary cell in my office, but it's hard to get out of unless you have the keys.
Well, why didn't you take me straight to the city jail, Faraday? Do you enjoy having me around?
When you're behind bars.
Listen, I've got to get out of here, Faraday.
What are you going to use for keys?
Proof I didn't hold up that candy store.
If you were as tall as the story you're about to tell, you'd be a giant.
Listen, Faraday, that candy store proprietor said he knocked me out by hitting me on the jaw once.
Yeah, and you were still out when I got there.
Sure, but where was I hit? On the back of the head. And not once, but several times. And not with a fist, but a blackjack.
That's your story. What happened was you got socked on the chin, hit your head on the floor.
Oh, I see how you account for the bumps on the head. I was a bouncing baby, and so when my head hit the floor in the candy store, I bounced.
Very funny, Blackie.
Faraday, listen to me, will you? I was framed into being picked up at that candy store, framed by Willie Leach and Bernie Bernard, who want me out of the way so they can rob the Bailey Street Bank sometime tonight.
Oh, those bad boys.
Okay. You won't do anything for my sake. Do it for Mary's. Leach and Bernard are holding her in Bailey Street right now.
What's the matter, Casanova? You jealous?
All right, Faraday, be a sap if you want to. But for heaven's sake, tuck your handkerchief in your breast pocket. You're no doom.
Hey, take your hands away from that handkerchief. Looks all right the way it is.
Okay, Flash, okay.
And don't be too unhappy in that detention cell, Blackie. I'm moving you uptown to the city jail as soon as the wagon has a minute to spare.
Thanks, pal.
And don't let me hear any more complaints from you about anything, as long as you're in jail.
That, Faraday, may not be as long as you think. Thanks for waiting for me, Shorty.
Gee, Blackie, you sure got out in a hurry. How'd you do it?
I pretended to fix Faraday's handkerchief and lifted the keys out of his pocket and slipped through his office and out the back way.
Look, I guess we better beat out of this neighborhood, huh, boss? But being this close to a jail when I don't have to, it makes me nervous.
All right, let's go.
Boss, look, I'm sure sorry I let Miss Wesley go see them two mugs in Bailey Street.
Well, you couldn't help it. That young lady has a mind of her own.
Well, what are we going to do? Them guys are holding her there, I bet.
You're betting on a favorite, Shorty. That's a cinch. Gee, I tried to stop her, too.
Yeah, well, they're doing just what they said they'd do. Hold Miss Wesley so you would play hands off while they cracked the Bailey Street Bank. What are we going to do, Blackie?
What do you think, Shortman?
Well, unless we want them to knock Miss Wesley on the head so hard it's fatal, I guess we stay away from them. Huh?
I think what we ought to do is to keep after those guys. They might kill Mary because she knows too much, even if we lay off.
Oh. Well, then what?
I don't know. I'm going down to Bailey Street and see those two.
Oh, wait a minute, boss. I don't think that's so smart.
I don't either. But it so happens that it's necessary. Now, here's what I want you to do.
Yeah?
Hello, Leach.
Well, the bad penny, Boston Blackie. That door was locked.
How'd you get out of jail?
How did you get in here?
That's 2 more letters I owe you guys.
Let me slug him again, Leach.
I don't think that'll be necessary. He got his girl.
I'd like to see Mary.
Oh, you want proof, do you? We don't kid about anything.
Where is she?
Open the door to the front room, Bernie.
Yeah, sure.
Don't worry, Blackie. We haven't hurt her. That would spoil our plans for the present.
Yeah, there she is, tied to a chair, nice and tight and gagged.
Mary, don't worry, honey. I'll get you out of here. Everything's going to be all right. Look, Leach, I'll make a deal with you. Let Mary go, and I'll help you get into the vault.
Nah.
Leach, you're a fool. You're going to blow the vault with nitro. Nitro makes noise.
Oh, it does, really?
I'm telling you, you're a sap to use nitro when you can use me. Take me to any vault in the world, and I can open it with my fingers. And you know it.
Are you suggesting that you want to come in with us?
I'm not suggesting anything. Release Mary, and I'll open the safe for you.
Sit down, Blackie.
Now you're getting some sense.
I don't do it, Leach is up to some trick.
Maybe. Then again, maybe not.
Now you're brilliant, Leach. Let Mary go now, will you? I'll stay here until it's time to open the vault.
You'll stay here until then. Your girlfriend stays here, too.
But that's the condition of our deal. You have to let Mary go.
That's the condition I don't like. The girl stays where she is.
How long?
Until after you've opened the vault.
Then you'll let her go?
Maybe.
Maybe. What's that?
That's our guarantee that you'll open the safe for us at 8 o'clock tonight.
Hey, Leach, what kind of a vault is this, anyhow?
It's in 2 rooms, Bernie, just like the plan said. The safe is in the second room. We're only in the first room now. Come on, Blackie, I don't want this to take all night.
It won't, Leach. Don't worry.
Get us through that door into the second room and get to work on that safe.
I'd better close this outside door first.
What for?
Oh, just a superstition. I don't like to work with open doors behind me.
Okay, yeah, close the door. Let's get going.
Don't be nervous, Leach. I go through doors that lock the way you go through doors that revolve.
Yeah. How long is it going to take you to get through the door into the second room where the safe is?
No time at all. This is probably just a simple lock.
You, won't accidentally trip the burglar alarm, will you?
And bring the cops down on my own neck? Faraday still wants me, you know.
Yeah, all right. But no tricks.
I got a gun if there are any tricks.
Now, both of you boys keep quiet when I work on this door. Yeah, that does it.
I'm beginning to like you, Blackie.
Oh, nice. Well, the door's open.
Yeah, you better try it and see.
Shut up. If Blackie says it's open, it's open.
Thanks, Leach. There you are, wide open. Now, I want to go the rest of the way alone.
Why?
Don't let him do it, Leach. It's a trick.
Why do you want to be alone, Blackie?
2 reasons. First, I'm superstitious about opening safes with somebody looking over my shoulders. Second, I'd rather you didn't know how it was done. Look, Leach, I haven't double-crossed you so far, have I?
No.
That's a good thing, too.
Shut up, Bernie.
How can I double-cross you from here on? There are no windows, no doors. You'll be between me and the outside. You both have guns. I haven't. I'd be a dope to try any tricks.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you would.
Now, give me 5 minutes alone to open the safe, and then you can come in and get the money.
Okay, go ahead.
Thanks.
You're making a mistake, Leach.
You let me run this. Blackie can't double-cross us now. How you doing, Blackie?
All right. In fact, I'm doing fine.
Careful you don't trip that burglar alarm.
I'll be careful that I do, Leach.
What? Hey, what's the idea?
Too bad, Leach. You can't get through that door. It's locked.
Let's get out of here, Leach.
Better not try it, either of you. Shorty is waiting outside with a Tommy gun.
I'll get you for this, Blackie.
There's still a locked door between us.
Come on, Bernie. We'll try the outside door. It's probably lying about Shorty. I know how to work this latch.
Okay.
There, that opened it.
All right, you guys. Stand right where you are.
Hey, Shorty ain't here, but the cops are.
Shorty is here. Me, without no uniform.
Keep your gun on him, Shorty. Rollins, turn off that alarm.
Sure thing, Inspector. Hey, Faraday. Is that you?
Come on up, Blackie. Okay, Monahan, Rollins, take these 2 bums out of here. Okay, Blackie, come out.
Hi, Faraday.
Hello, Blackie.
I don't know what brought you down here, Inspector, but I'm certainly glad something did.
You did, Blackie.
But I thought you didn't believe me when I said the bank was going to be robbed tonight.
I believed you, but I didn't want you to think so. I'm not as dumb as you think. I believed your story as soon as you told me you'd been hit on the head, not on the chin, the way the candy store proprietor said.
Faraday, you're getting positively brilliant.
You mean you're just waking up to the fact that I'm smarter than you are?
Yes, Faraday, but when I wake up, I stop dreaming.
Hey, boss,
Yeah, Shorty?
can I put down this Tommy gun now, huh? Makes me nervous.
Think how nervous it makes me. You're in back of it. Will you sit still, Mary? Or do I have to tie you to that chair?
Mm-mm. But, I'm still nervous about last night.
You needn't be. It's all over.
You know, I was so scared when I heard you coming up those stairs. I thought it was Leach coming up to kill me. I was, more afraid only once in my life.
When?
When you came to my apartment and told me you never wanted to see me again.
Do you understand now why I did that?
Mm-mm. Not completely.
Well, Leach and Bernard heard that you and I were good friends. They figured the only way to keep me away from them while they robbed the Bailey Street Bank was to hold you.
Oh, I see.
So I told them you didn't mean a thing to me. To go ahead and do whatever they wanted to with you. I didn't care.
Well, I like that.
It worked, honey. Until you came looking for me and they realized I'd lied to them.
Did you lie to him, Blackie? About me?
What do you think?
Well, you could tell me.
We're right back where we started.
Goody, and where's that?
Good friends.
Oh.
With our troubles over and no more troubles in sight.
Oh, Blackie, if you only hadn't said that.
Said what?
No more troubles in sight.
But there isn't any trouble in sight.
I know it, but you'll go looking for it.
Any objections?
Definitely. But, where should we look?
Inspector Faraday. You wanted me here in headquarters for questioning. Here I am, and I know some wonderful answers.
Well, Blackie, they better be good.
Well, first you answer one question for me. Why am I here?
The Worthington pearls have been stolen. That's why you're here.
Faraday, really, I'm disappointed in you. Your reason is the same old stuff.
I don't say you stole the pearls. I'm just not taking any chances. I'm rounding up every suspect in town.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm glad you didn't slight me.
Well, I'm giving you a good going over. I got men searching your apartment now, and I'm going to have you searched, too.
Promise you won't take off?
Now, look, be a nice boy, will you, and behave yourself. Take off your coat.
A whistle, a waltz. I take off things better that way.
Hold it.
My coat?
You know what I mean. Hello?
Inspector, there's a telephone call for Blackie. Can you take it?
I suppose so. I'll put him on. Here, Blackie, it's for you. Make it snappy.
It's probably Mary Wesley wanting to know what case I'm solving for you now.
You never did anything for me but make trouble.
Quiet, Faraday. I don't want Mary to know that I'm on speaking terms with you. Hello.
Here's your call, Blackie.
Thanks.
Hello, Blackie?
Yeah?
Blackie, it's Shorty.
Well?
Hey, look, boss, I stopped up at your place again today, and the joint's full of cops.
I know, but I was going to have the place repainted anyhow. Hey, what do you want?
Look, boss, well, what's up? What do they got you in the job for?
There's nothing to worry about, Shorty. Faraday's after the Worthington pearls, that's all.
What did you say?
And this will give you a laugh. He's going to search me for the pearls right now.
Hey, Blackie, you got your raincoat with you?
Of course I have. It's raining out, isn't it? Why do you ask?
Why? Because if you look in the left-hand pocket of your raincoat, you'll find a Worthington pearls there, that's why.
And now, Richard Calmer's Boston Blackie. Enemy to those who make him an enemy, friend to those who have no friend.
I'm trying to be patient.
What are you so happy about, Blackie?
Well, I'm glad to see you do something to earn your salary. You're actually making a job out of searching my clothes.
Well, stop looking so smart, wise guy. I never said you had the pearls.
But you're searching me for them. Oh, don't forget the trouser linings there.
I don't need any help from you.
Since when?
All right, genius. Put your clothes back on.
What? No valet service?
Come on. Here's your coat.
Help me on with it, will you, Faraday? And don't look so unhappy. I could have told you in the beginning you wouldn't find the Worthington pearls on me.
I'm not through yet. You brought a raincoat with you. Where is it?
I brought a raincoat? What makes you think so?
I saw you, that's what. There it is on the chair. No, I hope I don't find the pearls in this coat. I don't want you around here giving our jail a bad name.
I'll be glad to help you find them.
I said I didn't need your help. Uh-huh. What's this? In the right-hand pocket of the raincoat?
My wristwatch. I was taking it to the jeweler's to have it fixed. Open the box. You'll see.
Yeah, just a watch.
Take a good look at it, Faraday. I've always said you didn't know what time it was.
Well, it's time I convinced you you're not so smart, Blackie. I know that.
Hurry up and finish searching my raincoat, will you?
Nothing in the lining.
No.
Or in the collar.
No.
Uh-huh. The left-hand pocket, huh?
What's in it, Faraday?
There's nothing in it. Take this moth-eaten raincoat and get out of here.
Thanks.
What are you turning up the collar for?
To keep the rain off my neck, and you to match. Thanks for the lift, George. I'll take you up on something, too, someday.
Yeah, on my day off.
Oh, hiya, Blackie. I got here as soon as I could. Just like you told me on the phone.
That's fine, Shorty.
I sort of got here too soon. I couldn't get in the apartment.
Look, Short, when you have some fast explaining to do. How did those stolen pearls turn up in my raincoat pocket?
Oh, gee, boss, they were there, huh?
Well, you ought to know. You told me.
I hate to hear the answer to this one, boss. What did Inspector Faraday say when he found them?
He didn't find them.
Yeah, that's what I... Huh? He didn't find them?
No. Now, tell me how I happen to have them in the first place.
Well, you see, it all goes back to before the first place, boss. You remember the morning when it was raining and I borrowed your raincoat?
Yes?
Well, I didn't want to get your raincoat too wet, so I ducked in at Thatcher's rendezvous. And who should shoulder up beside me but Duke Butcher?
I don't like that.
Oh, no, boss, I like that. Because Duke Butcher ain't looking for me.
Then I like that.
No, boss, I don't like that. Because when I get outside and put my hand in your raincoat pocket, what comes up but the Worthington pearls, which is unloaded on me by Duke Butcher.
Well, do you like that or don't you?
Well, I don't like it, boss, because you ain't there, and when I get back, so I can tell you that you got the pearls in your pocket. But I do like it that Inspector Faraday didn't find them.
Well, he hasn't found them yet.
You like that, huh?
I don't like it, Shorty, because until Faraday finds them, Duke Butcher is going to think that you have them. And let's not worry about it. Let's do something about it.
Yeah, it's a good idea, boss. Because Duke is sure going to come around to me asking for them pearls.
Well, let's go into the apartment. Maybe we can get an idea.
Okay. And we better work fast, too, boss.
Why?
Well, Duke is looking to get the pearls from me. Whiny Scanlon's looking to get the pearls from Duke. And the cops is looking to get them from everybody.
Maybe I'll be looking for them myself before we're through.
Boss, don't you know where they are?
All right, both of you must reach.
Blackie, it's Duke.
Hello, Duke.
There we are, Blackie. I don't mind the sight of blood if it's somebody else's.
Boss, don't fool with Duke. He ain't very sociable.
Oh, if he were, Shorty, he'd know it's not polite to point at his host, especially with a gun.
Right now, I'm playing host.
Bad casting. What do you want?
Shorty hasn't told you, huh?
Oh, the pearls.
Yeah, the pearls. Okay, Shorty.
Just a minute, Duke. Shorty doesn't have the pearls.
How do you know?
He gave them to me.
They're safekeeping, huh? So you could hand them back to me. All right, let's have them.
Sorry, I don't have them either.
Quit stalling.
I'm not stalling, Duke. I just don't have the pearls.
I got ways of finding out about that. Don't get too close to me, Blackie. I know your tricks. Come on, take off your clothes.
Oh, not that again.
Come on, toss over your coat, but gently.
All right.
Stand right where you are. Toss your coat over to me. Easy now.
Okay.
And it's going to be just too bad for both of you guys if I don't find the pearls.
All right, Duke. Here's my coat. Catch it.
Hey, I said, hey.
Good shot, boss. You could hit him right in the face.
All right, Duke.
Away from me.
Drop that gun.
Stop it. You're breaking my arm. Stop it.
Let go of that gun.
All right.
Pick up his gun, Shorty, and keep it out of his reach.
I got it, boss.
I don't need a gun to take care of you, Blackie.
No? What'll you bet?
Hey, you want me to hit him with something, boss?
No. No, thanks, Shorty. I can handle him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, Blackie. Nothing in this room could have hit him any harder than that last punch of yours.
He ought to be out for a little while.
Yeah. Well, what do we do with him?
That depends on how friendly he is after he wakes up. Uh-oh.
Hey, gee, boss, I wonder who that is.
We might try answering it to find out.
Well, what'd he say?
I say, who's there?
It's Faraday.
Faraday. Wow.
You can say that again.
I'm too scared. We got Duke in here. I'll call.
Just a minute, Faraday. I'll be right with you.
Hurry it up. I don't have all day.
Listen, Shorty. While Duke's still unconscious, tie him up and gag him.
Yeah?
And then run over to the garage and get the car.
Okay, boss, but what are you going to do with Faraday?
I'll keep him outside in the hall. Or better still, I'll take him downstairs to the restaurant.
Okay.
I'll meet you back here in half an hour.
Okay, boss. You leave everything to me. I can handle it. Oh, sure, boss.
Well, it's about time, Blackie.
You don't want to come into an untidy apartment, Inspector.
Hey, who you shoving?
You.
Listen, I want to talk to you inside.
I want to listen to you outside.
What are you hiding in there?
6 stolen elephants and a giraffe, and we can't open the windows or the pigeons will fly out. Now, be a nice boy, will you? And come back some other time, Faraday, please.
Now, listen, Blackie. You be square with me. I'll be square with you.
But you have a head start at being square, and I do mean head.
Now, look, Blackie, I came up here to...
All right, Faraday, all right. I'm sorry.
Well, then be sorry enough to tell me what you know about the Worthington pearls.
I didn't steal them. I don't have them, period.
But you know something about them.
Question mark?
All right, question mark. You know something about them?
That's better. Yes, I do. Come on down to the restaurant, and I'll try to forget it's impolite to eat and talk at the same time.
For 1/2 hour you talked down in that restaurant, Blackie. I still don't know what you said.
That's because you weren't listening, Faraday.
It's because you gave me double talk. Look, now come on out with it, or I go into your apartment and stay till you do.
I told you all I know.
But you told me nothing.
Then I've told you all you know, too.
Okay, then. I'm coming into your apartment and I'm staying.
Don't think you're not welcome, Inspector, because you're not.
This gets me a lot of places I'm not welcome.
Oh, Faraday, put that gun away, please. You'll hurt yourself.
Come on, let's go inside.
All right. But one of us is going to be awfully sorry.
I don't doubt it. Open up.
After you.
You first.
Faraday, one of these days, I'm really going to be mixed up in something, and you're going to be so stunned from the shock that you'll let me get away with it.
You're lucky you're not already in... Well, Blackie.
Now, what the... Wow.
You should have been an actor, Blackie. You actually look surprised. What's Duke Butcher doing lying on the floor over there with a knife in his chest?
I don't know, and I'm sure he's too dead to tell us, Inspector.
All right, Blackie. No wonder you didn't want me in here. I'm taking you down to headquarters.
Listen,
Let's go.
Faraday, listen. Duke is the reason I didn't want you to come in here, but when I left, he was just knocked out, unconscious.
Blackie, I'm not listening, which shows you how smart I'm getting.
Look, Shorty was going to tie Duke up while I took you downstairs. And then we were going to dump him with his pals, but very much alive.
He isn't tied up now, and he isn't alive. He's dead. You're going down to headquarters.
All right, Inspector. But let me get my hat.
Oh, no, you don't. This time, no tricks.
Why, Inspector?
This is one time you're not going to blow anything in my face, pull any rugs out from under me, throw anything at me, or make any telephone calls, or anything else.
Well,
You're not going to get away from me this time, Blackie. I've got you right where I want you, for murder. Well, they say murder will out. And believe me, now that it is out, you're in.
Now back to Boston Blackie. Duke Butcher stole the Worthington pearls and was forced to unload them into Boston Blackie's raincoat. Later, Blackie, while wearing his raincoat, was searched by Police Inspector Faraday. But Blackie had been warned that the pearls were in his pocket, and Faraday mysteriously failed to find the stolen goods. Still later, Duke Butcher came to Blackie's apartment, demanding the pearls from Shorty. There was a fight, and Butcher was knocked out. Faraday arrived, but Blackie took him downstairs to give Shorty a chance to get rid of Butcher. A half hour later, Faraday and Blackie returned and find Duke Butcher still in Blackie's apartment, but murdered. As we continue our story, Faraday prepares to take Blackie down to headquarters.
All right, Blackie. Come on, let's go.
won't you at least let me get my raincoat, Faraday?
I said no tricks this time.
Well, then you get my raincoat for me. What do you say?
I say ha-ha, so you'll get a little wet. Come on. I've got a gun on you now. I'm going to keep it on you, and you're going to get moving.
All right, Faraday. But if I go out into the rain without my coat, get wet, and die of pneumonia before you can send me to the electric chair, you'll be sorry.
Yeah, I'm practically crying.
I'll get your handkerchief.
Get going, Blackie.
You first?
You first. I've got my gun sticking right in your back.
A little higher, Faraday, and move it up and down a little bit. Oh, I like that.
I said move.
All right, I'm moving.
You're pretty helpless when I don't give you a chance to pull one of your tricks, aren't you? Come on, move. This is one time you're not getting away.
I figure this is one time he is.
Well,
Drop your gun, copper. What's sticking in your back ain't no Tootsie Roll.
Okay, I dropped it.
That's the way to keep living, copper.
Well, Blackie, I guess you win. But you had to have help from one of your pals.
I've never seen this guy before in my life.
What?
And I don't want you turning around to look at me, copper. I think you could use some sleep.
Look, if you think I'm...
Well, I appreciate your motives, pal, but aren't your methods a little rough? The inspector's head isn't as hard as it looks.
He'll sleep it off.
But when he wakes up, he won't laugh it off. Thanks, though.
I didn't slug that copper to do you any favors, Blackie. Let's go.
Where to?
I figure maybe you'd like a little ride in the country.
A ride in the country? That's good for the health, I hear.
Yeah, generally. What's going to happen to you is going to make a monkey out of whoever said that.
My, what a lovely day for a ride in the country.
Enjoy yourself while you can. When you find out who I am and why I want you, you won't be so happy.
How long do I have to wait for that exciting news?
When we get to where we're going.
You're sure we're going to get there?
Look, Blackie, you might as well know it now. I can look in that rear view mirror, too. I see your pal Shorty following us.
Oh, well, in that case, this is getting to be a little serious.
I saw Shorty behind us the minute we pulled away from your apartment. He's just driven up. I'll take care of him.
What now, pal?
See that little village up ahead?
Yeah?
When we get into it, I'm going to stop. Your pal Shorty's going to stop, too, a block behind us. You'll figure he's playing it smart.
So?
So I was going to pick up a couple of friends of mine in the village. But I'll send them back to ride with your pal Shorty instead.
And then?
Then we'll have Shorty join us at my place. It's going to be a nice little party.
A party, huh? Well, why don't we go back to my apartment first and make this sort of a progressive party?
Don't worry, Blackie. I'm making all the progress I need.
Oh, brother.
Oh. Hey, Blackie. Blackie, you all right?
I think so, Shorty. I think so.
Hey, boss, where are we? So dark, I can't see nothing but nothing.
In a room in a farmhouse, Shorty.
Hey, boss, that pop on the head they gave me must have paralyzed me. I can't move nothing.
You're probably tied up, Shorty. I am.
Oh, yeah. I can feel the ropes. Oh, that's different, yeah. Boy, I feel bad.
Whoever these mugs are, they certainly don't know who I am. I'll have us under these ropes so fast it'll make your
Hey,
head...
boss, the guy what brung you out here, you don't know who he is?
I didn't ask him.
He's whiny scamming. No nice guy.
Oh, I should have guessed that. He's after the Worthington pearls.
Well, sure he is, Blackie. He knew Duke Butcher stole him. Maybe he knew Butcher unloaded him on me, and that I gave him to you.
That's fine.
Gee, Blackie, I'm sure sorry I let Scanlon's hoods grab me. I was following you, so maybe I could give you some help.
Well, we'll get out of here somehow, Shorty. Uh-oh. Here comes Scanlon.
Hey, boss, if you can, I think you better give him the pearls.
I
Whiny
can't give him...
Scanlon he's well known by one and all for not caring what he does to a guy.
I can't give him the pearls, Shorty.
Why not?
I'll tell you later.
What'll you tell him later?
A bedtime story, Scanlon.
Hope your boys don't mind the dark.
What we can see of it isn't bad.
Still a wise guy, ain't you, Blackie?
Big boys with little guns don't frighten me, Scanlon.
Oh, Shorty told you who I am, huh?
And I know what you want, too. The Worthington pearls.
You give up quicker than I thought you would. Hand him over, I'll let you go.
I can't do it.
Look, I know you haven't.
And what if I don't?
Well, we'll see how your pal Shorty here looks in black and blue.
Don't let him scare you with that, boss. I don't bruise so easy.
Gonna hand over the pearls, Blackie?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if I kick Shorty around a little, it'll help you to find out.
I owe you one for that, Scanlon. And believe me, I'll pay you off. But don't kick him again.
That didn't hurt me none, boss. Don't tell him nothing.
You better tell me everything, Blackie. The next one will hurt.
Okay, Scanlon. I'll tell you where the pearls are, but you'll have to worry about how to get them.
Where are they?
At police headquarters.
You're lying.
Blackie, you said Inspector Faraday didn't find him.
He didn't, Shorty. Before he got around to searching my raincoat, I sneaked the pearls into the tobacco jar on Inspector Faraday's desk.
Okay, Blackie, you put him in police headquarters, now you get him out.
I can't. If I show my face in police headquarters, I'll be looking through bars for the next 10 years.
Then figure out a way for me to get him out of Faraday's tobacco jar. Before I go to work on Shorty again.
Let him kick, boss. Nothing you can do.
Wait a minute. You're from out of town, aren't you, Scanlon?
Somewhat.
So I don't think Faraday knows you, does he?
I'm not known to the cops anywhere. I'm too smart.
Good.
Yeah?
You can walk into Faraday's office and walk out again, can't you?
Sure.
Then you can go for the pearls yourself.
Now, how much sense does that make? I walk into a guy's office, reach into his tobacco jar, walk out again, he doesn't suspect anything. I thought you were smart, Blackie.
I'll tell you how you can get into Faraday's tobacco jar without raising suspicion.
This better be good. I think you stole it.
Go down to see Faraday and tell him you know where I am. That should make him your buddy. But to prove you know me, mention that I like to smoke his special tobacco in my pipe. And
that I want to try some, too, huh?
Isn't that simple?
Yeah, that ought to do it.
If you play up the angle that I always did smoke his tobacco in my pipe.
That sounds good.
It's perfect. All you do then is reach inside his tobacco jar, fill your pipe, and palm the pearls.
Okay, Blackie, but you better be on the level about this. If I'm not back inside of 2 hours, my pals have got orders what to do with you.
Uh-uh. What kind of orders, Scanlon, old pal?
I'll tell you what kind of orders, Shorty. And I'll also tell you all the good jokes I know, so we can die laughing.
So, you're the famous Inspector Faraday I heard so much about. I'm glad to know you.
I'm glad to know you, Scanlon, especially if you know where I can find Boston Blackie.
Well, I don't know exactly, Inspector Faraday, but I have a rough idea.
I'll give it to me, and I'll smooth it out.
I saw Blackie's car turn into a side road off Harrison Pike, 10 miles north of the city limits.
How do you know it was Blackie's car?
Oh, I know Blackie pretty well.
How well?
I used to be a friend of his.
Well, as long as you just used to be, okay.
The road Blackie turned into goes dead end into the river, Inspector. I think you might catch him.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Blackie told me once how much he liked your pipe tobacco.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I'm a nut on good pipe tobacco myself. You mind if I try a pipe for you?
No, help yourself. I've laid off smoking my pipe for a couple of weeks. Here, the tobacco's in this jar.
Ah, thanks. Oh, great aroma. Hey, Inspector. What's that out in the street there? The beginning of a brawl?
Huh? Where? I don't see anything.
Those kids there screaming at each other.
Oh, they're not doing anything wrong. They're just playing a new game.
A new game? Screaming at each other?
Yeah. They call it Blackie Faraday.
I never heard of it.
You want a light?
I have one, thanks.
How do you like it?
Oh, that's fine, fine. Blackie certainly knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, he usually does. But don't ever tell him I said so.
Nah. So long, Inspector. And when you catch Blackie, tell him I kind of like your tobacco jar. It had something different in it.
Hey, Blackie. Scanlon said his hoods were going to bump us if he wasn't back in 2 hours. Is it 2 hours, huh?
No, Shorty, I don't think so. Oh, there must be a way out of here.
Yeah, but where, boss? There ain't no windows, the door's locked, and Scanlon's hoods are right outside.
Oh, I could get through the locked door, all right, but I don't know how to get through Scanlon's men without a gun.
Oh, boss, somebody's opening the door.
So I hear.
Boss, it's Scanlon.
Hello, Blackie.
Did you get the pearls, Scanlon?
Yeah, I got the pearls. Thanks a lot. I sure hate to double-cross a guy who was on the level with me, Blackie, but this is business. Don't move, either one of you. I'll have to let you have it right now.
Hey, boss, he's got a gun.
Don't worry, Shorty. He won't use it. He'll turn us over to his pals.
They do all my killing for me. That's how they make a living.
Well, I just put him out of business.
What?
Inspector Faraday.
Hey, Blackie, the joint's full of cops.
All right, Scanlon, drop that gun or I'll drop you.
Okay.
Faraday, for once in my life, I'm glad to see you. And for once in my life, I'm not kidding.
Why did you follow me here, copper? You don't have anything on me.
You'll get answers from me, Scanlon, when I get through with questions of my own. Take him down to headquarters, Rollins.
You can't arrest me.
Take him away, Rollins. Give him a hand, Thompson.
Look, I want to be booked right away if I don't budge on.
Wait a minute, Faraday.
Don't you give me orders, Blackie.
That's right, Faraday. Don't listen to him. I'm ready to go.
Don't take Scanlon away just yet.
Hold it a minute, boys.
Faraday, why did you follow Scanlon?
Well, I'm not so dumb, Blackie. I knew Scanlon was up to something when he said you like my pipe tobacco. You don't smoke a pipe.
Now he tells me.
Faraday, you're wonderful. Scanlon is the playful little fellow who tapped you on the head when you were taking me to headquarters for the murder of Duke Butcher. Scanlon killed Butcher.
You can't prove that.
Oh, yes, I can. Duke Butcher was in my apartment looking for the Worthington pearls, which he'd stolen and then planted on Shorty.
What?
Let me finish before you start making arrests, Inspector.
Come on, let me up, will you?
Scanlon was trying to hijack the pearls from Butcher. That's why he followed him to my apartment.
Blackie, this better be good.
This is very bad, Inspector, because Scanlon found Butcher tied up
Now,
the way
listen.
Shorty and I left him and killed him. When Butcher insisted he didn't know who had the pearls.
That's crazy.
Just how crazy do you think it is, Inspector?
Well, I don't know. If Scanlon killed Butcher because he didn't have the pearls, who has them now?
Scanlon.
That's mine.
Scanlon has the pearls. Here, I'll show you.
I'll search him myself, Blackie. Hold him, boys. Right. Now, Blackie, if this is another one of your... Well, I'll
That's
be...
not a string of popcorn you're pulling out of Scanlon's pocket, Faraday.
The Worthington pearls. If Scanlon didn't get these from Butcher, where did he get them?
From the tobacco jar in your office.
What? How'd they get there?
I put them there, Inspector, just before you searched me.
You let me chase all over town for these pearls when all the time they were in the tobacco jar on my desk?
That's right, Faraday. Put that in your pipe, but don't smoke it.